Hello everyone, Carlos here, and today guys I'm gonna review one of the last Bionicle set, which in fact was released in 2010, and it's from the Stars Wave, so a little set released in January 2010, and also the last wave of set of Bionicle. And today guys I'm gonna review Tahu from this wave, so Tahu Stars in fact, because as you may know, all the stars in fact are sets which were already released before in other forms. For example, the Wakshis were released in canisters sized in 2003, and in 2010 they were re-released in the Star series as Agori sized. But we're going to see that later because, of course, today I'm going to review Tahu. So here's the box. This is the first time for a little set we have a full plastic canister. You can clearly see right here. And which is, of course, interesting is the canister lid, which is, of course, in red on Tahu, but of course it will be, for example, white on Takenuva. So what's interesting is a squall shield symbol right here, which also represent the maze in which where Matanui goes at the end of the stories. I think it's that. So you got the maze or the squall shield symbol right here. So really looking nice. Of course, on the front you got Tahu, stars, right hand his name, Bionicles, age conditions, the set numbers. On the back, as you can see the golden O, which is really nice and really have a 2001 feeling, so really a nostalgic wave in fact. And also the golden Bionicle part, to have the golden armor for Tahu, and in this set it will be the golden O. But we're gonna see that later, of course. On the back you see Tahu with all the golden piece of armor right here, and in which set you can find every part. So for example in Piraka you can find one arm armor right here. You have the Bionicle right in there, and that's quite all. Also the fact you can put the characters in the canisters, which is kind of hard with some of the star set, but it's okay with Tahu. No really big problem to put it in the canister. And I think that's all, because I'm not gonna take too many time to explain the box, because I think you have seen it in the shelves since January. So, yes, not really seen it, but yeah, still. And now for the instruction booklet right here. So same pictures at the front, and in fact the two most interesting part of this instruction booklet are the two pictures. So the stars one with all the stars, really cool. And here the same pictures as the back of the canisters, in fact, with Tahu with his golden armor and all the 6 star sets. With the parts, with the golden parts they got, in fact. The set list, the parts list, excuse me, and then some Ben 10 ad right here. Lego Club and some other stuff. Nothing really interesting. With this little instruction booklet, also notice that this one is in this shape, whereas the older little set were just in fact kind of some poster with the instruction on it. Now it's really an instruction booklet, but still it's really thin, so no real big deal right here. And now for the set itself, because it's the most interesting part, of course. So here we go. So as you can see, the color scheme is like the Tahu from 2001. In fact, this Tahu is kind of an homage, a tribute to the first Tahu released back in 2001. So the color scheme is red, Mata red, of course, not Metro one, not dark red, but red and orange, like the old one. And of course, you see some other colors like this trans neon green for the head, and also for part of the weapon, which is silver, but nothing really important. So what are the new parts and recolors? So the new recolors are quite interesting, because we're gonna find this Kanatawan arm and this one right here in orange. They weren't released before in orange, because in 2008 they were dark gray, and in 2009 with Wanu it just got dark red and yellow. So this is the first time we see these two parts. The same goes for this Matawan body, I think, which is this time in red, and never seen that before. The hands are not new, they were released before in Squall in 2009, and the new parts here is also the feet, which are introduced with this new stars wave. And as you can see, the axle is molded directly into the feet, and you also got an axle all right there, which is really useful for all the mockers, I think, if you want to use the parts, for example, as a body armor or stuff like that. So really useful. Thanks to the designer for this little all right there. And of course, this is the Tahu armorless. We're gonna look at the different parts of his body. So now a new part which was introduced with the stars wave. It's this little armor part with just one axle, as you can see, molded directly to the part. So I have a kind of a strange shape, I guess, but still okay. And as you can see, you will see it will fit in fact perfectly in the body frame, and it's look quite nice. In fact, it really helps in fact to add some some parts to the overall body, and not let it just empty like that, because when, of course, it's kind of void like this, kind of empty. So thanks to this part, it's look bulkier. And two other parts like that, but three colors. This time it's in red, and you got two of them, of course, for the arms. So again, very simple. We're gonna put that here quickly, and here we go. And now for the weapon. So here's the recolor part again. This is the AK flame, but this time, as you can see, there is a little shade of orange at the end. It begins red and finished with orange. So very looking nice. This part is a recolor, is a new silver, because it was with before in 2002 is a Nuva, so it was used as shoulder armor. This time it's used as this part of the weapon. I don't have the name for that in English, but well, it's a part of the weapon. It doesn't really look that good in my opinion. And finally, the last part, which is an old and also new part at the same time, because as you can see, this is the O, of course, of the very well-known mask, really famous. But as you can see, it's in fact the same kind of the same shape, but it's a different mold, because of course the first one doesn't have any axle white ears, and as you may know, this Karatawan head are not compatible with the older mask. So this means they can just put some mask with axle. So they have to redesign the O, and here you go. So in fact, the only difference is it's a kind of a smaller and also more stretched on the side, as you can see. It's way more aerodynamic. And now I'm going to put this here, and here we go. Tahu is done. Our Tahu is finished. Little turn around. And now for the articulation. So of course, it's a Karatawan type body frame. So you got 5 versions. So this means that the head cannot really look down, but up and on the side without any problem. It's not really a big problem with the fact that the head is kind of looking forward, as you can see, in comparison to the body. Then also you have the arms with 2 versions, which are kind of free, but again, this is a 90 degrees already bended part, as you can see, so it really limits the articulation and the pose you can make with these arms. And finally, the legs also got 2 versions, and they are not, because this time they are not really bended at 90 degrees, they can offer some more range of motion. Like that, for example. And that's quite all, guys, for Tahu, but I'm not done already because of course I'm reviewing Tahu right now, so oh yeah, it's kind of a weird pose. Really hard to make pose with this arm, excuse me. Yeah, more like that. So it look cool, but what will be cooler, in fact, I'm gonna put the golden armor parts right now, in fact, because the friends, this is not my sets, in fact. I borrowed the set from one of my friends, and he got all the stars, so I'm gonna take that fact to an advantage, in fact, and just make use, I'll make the golden Tahu for you. So you can see here all the parts recolored in gold, for example, the new mold of the O in gold. All the 3 armor parts. So I'm gonna really do that quickly, excuse me. It will be off. So those parts are off, and now we're gonna put all those parts right here, and you will see how it looks with all the golden parts. And finally, the shield, which was not here in the on the original set of Tahu stars, but he got that with his golden, with his golden armor mod. Excuse me. And here you go. Tahu in all its golden glory. And in fact, the only problem I have with this golden armor is that there isn't any gold, in fact, on the leg section, and it's really look, well, it's really a shame because it really look good. All the upper parts really look good with all the golden parts, but as you can see on the legs, there is no gold parts anywhere to be seen. So, while that's kind of the contrast between the two is quite ugly, I have to say. But except for that, it's really looking good. Excuse me, in his golden armor form. And now for a little sum up of the original version of the set. So, of course, this one without any golden armor. I will say that's really a good homage, a good tribute to the old school Tahu. And the only complaint I have, seriously, is just about maybe the part in silver, which really looks kind of misplaced. And also the fact that the articulation, of course, are not really that good because of these parts which were used, this 90 degrees bended parts, which are really, well, it's really a pain in the neck because it's really hard to pose with this already bended arms. And seriously, apart from that, it's really a good set with full of interesting parts because as you have seen, there is really, well, there is recolors. I'm guessing if this part weren't released before, so I'm not sure they were released with Tahu, so excuse me if I said a mistake, but well. Anyway, there is still some interesting parts in there, like the armor part and the feet part, so well, it's a good set, I think, and I think every Bionicle fan should have this one, because it's really an interesting one, and well, it's really well made, and it's really well, it's really a good homage to Tahu. And I think that will be all, guys, for this review of Tahu Stars. So, to sum up, really a good set, apart from some little problem with the articulation section and this part, but apart from that, really full of recolors and new parts. And again, the overall design of this guy is also really good, so it's not just a set for mockers, it's also a set for those who just want to pose him or just play with it. So that's all, guys. Hope you enjoyed this review, and of course, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask them. I will try to answer them. And that's all. So see you later for another Bionicle review. Bye bye.